Hi everybody, I'm Matt Gilbert, a clinical hypnotherapist, and I also train lots of therapists. So, here's the question. How does hypnotherapy for anxiety and panic attacks even work? Right, really simple way of explaining it. Imagine that is your whole mind, okay? The bit that's listening to me now and doing the thinking and waiting to go on the school run and all those other things, that's about 10%, okay? Now the engine room, the bit that controls everything, it runs your body, your emotions, your feelings, that's the other 90%. So, if like with talking therapy, CBT, that kind of thing, one of the reasons that is so ineffective is all you do is talk. So you're only dealing with the 10%. What hypnotherapy does, very cleverly, very simply, is it talks to the 90%, where everything happens, where your emotions are stored, but also where negative patterns get stuck, whether it's anxiety, panic attacks, depression, addictions, all that stuff. That's where it gets stuck. So by having a dialogue with that 90%, what we can do is we can, lots of things we can do. We can release negative patterns. That's always good. That's a great place to start. That's often 90% of the job is done by releasing the negative patterns. What we can also do is show that 90% a better way, a happier way, a more fruitful way, a way where you are more settled, more content, more confident, more you. All those wonderful things that we all want out of life. We all want pretty much the same things. So when we do those two things, we release anything that we just don't need anymore, any redundant patterns, anything negative, and then we replace it with the better version. The wonderful thing about your powerful mind, you can call it the subconscious mind, you can give it any fancy name you like. It's the 90%. The wonderful thing about it is it will always, when it's given the right opportunity, it will always revert to a happier, more content way of doing things. So if you think about how, for example, anxiety has got stuck in there and it feels permanent and it just feels everlasting and it invades everything. Imagine swapping that anxiety for happiness, contentment, and all those other things. Imagine if those things were stuck. Imagine if those things were stuck in that 90% instead of it being full of anxiety. That's a really simple description. It's not stage hypnosis. You're not stuck in the chair. Nothing like that. I always say to my clients if they ask, you know what, if the fire alarm goes off, you'll simply open your eyes and you'll follow me out of the house. You're not stuck. You'll be fully alert. You can hear everything. If a door bangs or a dog barks, you'll hear all that stuff. We haven't somehow bypassed all of your senses. It's just, think of it as just a really clever way, a really well-designed way of communicating with that 90% of your mind, the most powerful part, and steering it from a negative pattern to the pattern that you actually want, the pattern that you are looking for. That means you're free of anxiety and panic attacks. What's not to love? Great stuff. Hope that's helped explain a few things, because it's something as therapists we get asked all the time. So 2 things there: how hypnotherapy works and why talking therapy doesn't. Simple. Okay, speak to you again soon. Thanks.